What up? What up? So what's good with the bros, man? We locked in. 5K subs. 5K subs. Thank y'all. Thank all the subs. We on our way. What up, bro? What up? We on our way, man. We locked in. Thank all y'all for subscribing. Salute to everybody, all 5K of y'all. You already know it's We Locked In, man. What's up? What's good, fellas?
Listen, I congratulations to the brothers, man. I want to appreciate everybody, man, that's been subscribing to the channel. Even though, I mean, I always say this, man. I know y'all be wanting to see us more, right? And you would just be doing really be doing a lot, and we really take what we do serious as far as when we come on here, when we come bring y'all content and we come vibe or bring out information and things, because at the end of the day, we really about growing and building with our people. Seriously, you know what I mean? So we had to come on in and just thank y'all, just for helping us reach, on 5,000, even though we feel we supposed to be at 5 million, but
right.
But we appreciate, like really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, everybody that's subscribing and staying in tune with us and watching us grow in real time, because, with me in the beginning, my mistakes, the tech stuff, trying to figure out always something going on, and just gradually as we're progressing, getting better to when we first got the actual We Locked In banner put up, then the intro and the music put up, then the actual, interviewing people and going through that. And remember, we're still growing, man. Just the thing, but also the thing with that I wanted to say is, with growth is the balance of making sure we stay authentic, man, and we stay who we are and we stay locked in, you know what I'm saying, on our mission and on our goal, and not get sidetracked by a lot of the nonsense that's going on around here, because on these YouTube streets, like as they say, because it's easy to get pulled in. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. It's easy to get, persuaded by all the nonsense or caught up in this story. They talking about this and they talking about that, and us just staying authentic, man, and being locked in on the mission. And you know what it is, man, staying locked in.
What up, Mo?
Yo, man, my brothers, man, KK, Mikey B, man, I love y'all, man. What's up, y'all, man?
Cool, bro.
Yo, I just want to say this journey has been a rewarding journey with y'all. 5,000 subscribers is 5K is a lot of people, right? So that's 5,000 people that we didn't have 3.5 years ago, right? When I came home from prison, when you guys came home from prison, we didn't know anything about none of this YouTube stuff. So I want to thank you guys for sitting down and helping us develop a vision as to what we envisioned, We Locked In would be about. It was a learning curve throughout this whole process. I definitely want to thank our subscribers who helped us along this way. I want to thank those who also helped us, the channels that were already established.
Yeah.
Us get to this point, because we looked at what everybody was out there doing. We learned from everybody, and shout out to those individuals who were a part of that, whether they were the 050 movement, whether they were Hassan Campbell, whether they were Jai Ace TV, and whether they was Queen's Flip or anybody who had a channel. We learned from everybody, whether Math Hoffa or anybody that's out there doing what they're doing. We took a little bit something from all of you guys, because all of you guys have platforms, and we wanted to create something that was unique to us. But we were, thankful to be in a position where we could utilize our own experiences to help us get there. So, we wouldn't have gotten there without all of this whole montage of contributions from everybody who helped get us to this point. So, but definitely, man, we want to shout out the subscribers, man, you guys that tune into us and that, help us get to this point, because without you guys, we're not even there. I mean, you guys hold us to account. We accept y'all feedback. Everything you guys hit us with, we constantly go back to the drawing board, and we ask ourselves, how can we improve? There's still much we have to learn, because it's so much that we don't learn about this process. So overall, it's just like a great opportunity and a great experience. And I'm glad that I could have gotten there with my brothers. And you know, congratulations to KK and Mikey and thank you guys, man.
Word, man. Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I echo them sentiments. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a learning curve. Thank for y'all. You know, thanks for sticking with us. You know what I'm saying? Staying in tune, staying tapped in with us. And like Mo said, a lot of people helped us. You know, learning. You know, Queens Flip taught me some stuff when I first came out. I interviewed with him. You know, everybody in the 050 Platinum and all of them, they helped us. You know, Jamel Saladin, a lot of these guys, you know, took the time out of their day to you know, give us the information to be here and to give y'all this content. And you know, we got Rocky and we locked in for a little while. Just being Bad Mikey showed his face. You know what I mean? Bad Mikey showed up. And you know, I'm glad y'all, and that's really wasn't our content. So I'm glad that we corrected that, got back on track with the stuff that we like to do. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, we got different voices for a reason. We got different perspectives for a reason, and we like to let that shine through. But we did have a specific content that we came to YouTube to enlighten and to bring to this community, and to bring to our community. You know what I'm saying? Something that was beneficial, something that was purposeful, something that was, you know, life-giving, you know what I mean? Not destructive. So, you know, we want to stay on task with that and make sure that, you know, we giving y'all the content, the stuff that we want to deliver, and the information that y'all might not be getting in other places. You know what I'm saying? We locked in to be a refuge for people that don't want to deal with the nonsense all the time. You know what I'm saying? Can we be funny? Do we got personalities? Yeah, we funny. You know, Mo think he's funny to me, but he definitely not. You know what I'm saying? KK don't got, you know, he's not funny at all. You know what I mean? So, you know, gotta come with that every now and then too. But you know, I love my brothers, you know what I mean? We unique. You know, y'all, like you said, we accept y'all criticism. You know, we read the comments, you know, we try to tap in and respond to stuff that's worth responding to. And we appreciate all y'all support that y'all show to the channel. Definitely appreciate that. But what's going on, fellas? What's good?
I mean, hold on, not for nothing though. I actually like Bad Mikey though. I'm gonna keep it 100. I think Bad Mikey serves his purpose every now and then. So we might need to bring Bad Mikey out every now and then. I mean, we do have our way of delivering this information, but Bad Mikey needs to come out the woodworks every now and then. Like, I mean,
I think so. I think it's a time for Bad Mikey.
I kind of like Bad Mikey, man. Bad Mikey.
A lot of people like Bad Mikey. They tuned in. You know, Bad Mikey is messy. Bad Mikey is a little toxic. You know what I'm saying? And they love toxic and messy on the internet. So it's definitely a place for Bad Mikey. But I gotta be with more strategic. Oh man, we got Big Brother Bim in the building.
Oh yeah, that was a surprise, man.
I'm glad you pulled up. I'm glad.
Yeah. Walaikum
salam, my brother. How you doing, big bro?
Hey, listen. I want to congratulate you, brothers, for your 5,000 subscribers, man.
Yes.
I'm very honorable, proud of you guys. Cause y'all did it the right way. Y'all did it the right way, where us brothers from the past and present can look up to y'all and say, yo, they did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody's back, none of that. Y'all did it the right way. You know what I mean? It's an honor to listen to y'all show with the guests. You know what I'm saying? I learned stuff from y'all. You know what I mean? Because they say you can never stop learning. You know what I'm saying? But from ignorance, I don't learn from that. You know what I'm saying? But from you guys' show, I learn from it. And I love watching it. And I want to give my honor, my gratitude to thank y'all, you know, for reaching that 5,000, you know, and 10,000 is coming next. 10,000 coming.
Yeah, that's right.
Speak it to existence. Speak it to existence.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And we definitely appreciate your wisdom, man, and your support, man, from you and the family, man. We definitely love you guys. And we know how this goes, Ben, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. You know, your wisdom is equally when I just spoke about those individuals that helped us along the way. I was talking about you. I was talking about your sister. I was talking about the family. I was talking about everything that the good, the bad, the ugly, anything that helped with our maturation and our understanding of this whole process. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we appreciate all that comes with that. I see my cousin is in the chat. What I find very offensive is that my cousin is responding to Mikey B and KK on We Locked In, but can't send me a text message. Like this is when families get real interesting. Like I'm about to get
Bad Mo. I ain't seen Bad Mo.
But they're part of you though, Mike. You can't get mad at them. Them two's part of you. Y'all all one. We locked in. You know what I'm saying? So the cousin
come
got
on,
them.
man.
The cousin got them. They got you. So it ain't nothing about it. She acknowledged you. You know
Nah,
that.
Bim. Nah, Bim. I'm about to bring Bad Mo out because Bad Mikey is Bad Mikey. I'm about to...
Nah, we don't want Bad Mikey.
Bad Mo.
We don't want Bad Mikey. We don't want Bad Mikey. You know what? Let Bad Mikey stay where he at. Let him stay where he at. Leave him alone. Leave Bad Mikey alone.
Yo,
I don't like Bad Mikey to come out, yo. I
hate
that.
Bad Mikey.
Me
I
too.
hate Bad Mikey. But
I like this Mikey be right
I
here.
hate Bad Mikey. When Bad Mikey comes out, he comes out even behind the scenes with me and Kick. I just hang up. I be like, I'm going. I'm out of here because I don't even want to. He fight. Bad Mikey be with.
He'll get going, bro.
Y'all don't know.
Go at it making these shows.
He get going.
He go
He
at
start
it
arguing.
Yo,
he won't care, bro. You gotta show him scientific fact.
Yo, we gotta start taping them for the future, bro. When we going in behind the scenes about
like to do bloopers,
bro.
They gotta do the behind the scenes.
Making these shows for
Put it out
y'all
one day.
Making these shows for y'all. You know we go through the process, yo. This stuff takes hours, sometimes days. We argue over titles. We arguing over content.
And I want to share this though because this is a good business practice. So, and this is what they actually do in business when they have a I know you know
board meetings.
Yeah, not the forum, the quorum.
Quorum. Okay,
quorum. Yeah. So usually on your board of directors and business, whatever, they always say in business, they say you got to have an odd number, right? And realizing that you have an odd number for a reason, because when it gets hectic and a decision got to get made,
who got voted out the most?
and these sides arguing. It take one person to tip that vote.
Yeah, but hold on. But surprisingly, hold on, Mikey. Surprisingly, I think me and you vote together against KK a lot, though.
KK gets voted out the most. Y'all thought it was
I don't get voted out the most.
Yes, you do.
KK gets voted out the most. Y'all thought it was
they team up around. Mikey B do I think Mikey B get voted out the most.
Sometimes you be getting voted and don't even know you get voted out against them.
You know why? Because they just be coming at me because I don't say nothing sometimes.
No, you say stuff.
But Mikey will throw everything. He'll come up with every type of scenario possible.
We
throw everything on the wall. Whatever
you and Mikey, I think me and Mikey fight the most, but you and Mikey argue the most. Me and Mikey.
I think Moshe had the least vote downs out of all of us.
Yeah.
I think he wins as far as having the least vote downs of all of us. I got to give him that. You know what I'm saying? But KK definitely got the most.
KK got the most.
Wow. Okay, you got to get together, man. You got to get together.
Ain't wrong with that. You coming out with the most stuff. Like when you get voted out the most, that means you push the most. You push the most stuff.
But I love how different we are because we got our own unique way of doing things. Like and you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell. Like one thing I do credit Mikey for, like he thinks outside the box from a business level, from a business perspective, and he comes and says like, "Yo, Mo, we got to do it this way. We should be thinking this way." Like one thing I did look at a couple of months ago that was like huge that we didn't really build on was that guns down, gloves up concept. Like Mikey was going. I was like, yo, I was actually like really like amazed at how fast that thing was growing. And I really liked it because it added another layer of the work that we're doing in our community. So, that was really important. But I mean, both of you guys have so many different. KK is more structured. Like he's more of the Tuesday nights, right? That's his thing, right? Real.
On point.
The thing is slow money is the best money, right? It's all good money.
But Mikey, he gets in the mud.
Mikey loves the mud. He knows that the mud is needed. That mud is needed every now and then.
He gets in the mud.
Even that mud to clean up some dirt. You can be dirty but still clean at the same time.
Yeah.
So Mikey,
it's funny because that's how it would go. He's the muddiest is Mikey B. Then it would be me, and then Moshe. I'm always in the middle.
You're always in the middle. Always. Mikey B is a conservative. You're a moderate. I'm a liberal.
I think
exactly. Moderate liberal.
KK is the most structured and cleanest of all of us.
No doubt.
KK is all the way. I'm like over here a little bit. Moshe is in the middle of both of us. Like, no, that's a good idea, Mike. But KK is like, nah,
No.
Mo is like, hold up, that's a good idea, Mike. Wait a second. Now it's just how we gonna give y'all the content. We're gonna give you the content. It's just how we gotta give it to you. It's how we giving you the content. You know what I'm saying?
So this just actually shows the people though what we actually go through when we actually bringing them stuff, because like, you know, one of the things somebody has said on there just about staying true to yourself and staying true of what We Locked In is about. All right, so sometimes it'll be issues that'll come up, but it ain't really true to what we saying this is about.
Right, you know, and that's and let them know we always try to stay true to y'all. We always try to stay.
And that's the thing.
Subscribers. We try to stay true to our subscribers. And let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong. We try to make content that's going to reach the most of our subscribers. That's the place that I always want to be in. I want to reach the most of y'all what y'all want to watch. And I know certain things are good for us and good for the community at large. We don't get me wrong. Everything we do up here is going to be life-giving. It's going to be purposeful. It's going to be good for the community.
Yeah, but there's a fine. That's the thing. There's a fine line with that. How to entertain
is how we give the content.
But end of the day, y'all is like true to each other, because that's why the content be true. You know what I'm saying? And you can't say to yourself, and all three of y'all can look at each other and like, yo, we really put that shit out. But then it could be some bullshit that y'all know y'all ain't putting out. Because y'all can look at still each other as realness behind the scenes. Like, yo, that wasn't right, bro. We shouldn't have did that one. That wasn't cool. Y'all never had that conversation. You know what I mean? Because y'all constantly know what y'all putting out. That is just real. And it's for the people. You know what I'm saying? I can't say culture because I don't know this culture is, I don't know what the culture is. You feel me? For the people.
You're right, yo, Bimmy, but let me tell you something. It is some things that we took down that I did on Bad Mikey time.
I figured that. Yeah, I figured that. I know that.
Like, he threw the computer, everything. Like, listen, I'm out of here for a little while. I'm on the sideline. KK's around. Like, yo, you going crazy up there, you heard?
Yeah.
Like, no. To be honest with the content, and I'm like, we had to go back and look at everything on We Locked In and be like, yo, this is not, and don't get me wrong, my brothers keep me grounded. I respect them. I respect their and they keep me grounded. If I just go Bad Mikey, let me tell you something. Even on Hood Love TV, I had to take some stuff down. I'm like, yo, this is too bad for Bad Mikey. Take all this down. This is. I'm doing great work out here on the community, bro.
Yeah.
At a place,
and you know what's so crazy?
I mean, I'm doing, and don't get me wrong.
I know you do a lot of good work in your community, and they look up to you in your community,
right, bro? So
and when you turn to Bad Mikey, then you got a kid. He looking at you like, yo, bro, you just told me don't do this, but I watched you the other night go at a nigga with this.
But right.
So it's a lot of
and that's why we go through what we. That's why we go through what we go through.
And I'm supposed to care about that one day, right? I'm supposed to care about that. But we Locked In is the truth.
Right.
It's the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the truth. So when you go Bad Mikey, now it's like your other two brothers, you got them, they got to fight off something that's, damn, bro. You know what we stand for. I know what you stand for.
But that's how his channel got created.
Get you here.
Ballistic.
Yeah, you can't let them get you here to the level.
Mikey, yo, Mikey B is free because I changed the Hood Love TV and changed the content. But
yeah, because that was just for him. Like, we can't have no
Bad Mikey going
wild.
Have
that. Yeah, we told
that was all Bad Mikey going wild, you heard?
Yo,
the stuff that I know is out of line. Yo, this is all the way out of line for We Locked In. Let me go over here on Bad Mikey and get crazy, you heard?
I wanted to make a point.
The thing is,
Mo.
Palmy cake.
I wanted to make a point, like, while it was still here, because the actual stuff that was being put out, we understood the ramifications of it. We actually understood, like, you see how on YouTube people are grab on stuff and start either remixing or saying or adding, or adding on to it, and us being who we are. When you're being righteous or when you're being a stand-up individual, you don't want to be in those type of arenas playing games, because none of us here play those type of games. I mean, so we was like, all right, we can't, there's a line. We can't put ourselves in a position to whereas, all right, we're getting this type of feedback back. We're starting to play with these guys and open the door for them to say and do anything. And then that creates an environment where I'm not going to be playing with nobody. None of us on here going to be playing with nobody. You know, so to keep it grown and progressive and moving forward, that's what we, that's what we got to stick to.
Nah, I was gonna say, you know, everything serves its purpose, right? So we learn. Mikey's not perfect, Bimmy's not perfect, you nor me. We all go through our ups and downs, and that's why we need support in each other's lives. Because if we think we're gonna if we got this thing figured out, man, we're just fooling ourselves. So we need to have people in our lives who are gonna hold us to account.
Right.
That's very important. That
Right.
you have your brothers who genuinely care about your well-being, who are not just thinking about something that's instantaneous, but people who are thinking about the ramifications, that the impact that things may have, about some of the things KK's doing, Mikey's doing, I'm doing, Bim, whatever. We're thinking about our families. We're thinking about, we could do all type of stuff if we wanted to.
Right.
But the truth is that we got to look at what our responsibilities are. Like, and that's how I come at my brothers, that, you know, yeah, I'm going to always support y'all. I'm going to always be with y'all. But at the end of the day, I'm going to always tell y'all, yo, this is how I feel. This is what's in my heart. If I hold it in, it ain't fair to y'all.
And if he gonna tell y'all that in a text like this.
Yo, but you know what?
Listen,
you know, I'm gonna say about Mo. I'm gonna say about Mo, right? I'm just about
Mo. When Mo curse you out, it's no curses, and it's like this storm.
Yo,
you're gonna get a scorer. You're gonna get a scorer in there. And I'm reading it, and I'm like, respectfully, bro, like. But I love it. You know, this is my brothers. He know I'm gonna listen. He know I'm gonna read. He know I'm gonna respond. Go ahead, Bim.
See, one thing about Mo, I watch Mo, right?
Yeah,
and I know brotherhood. You feel me? I know honor. I know principles. I know morals. I seen him one day on a video. One of his brothers came home. He was so happy in that video for that boy to be home. I mean, I looked at him and I said, I'll be missing them comrades like that, that feel that for their brother. You know what I'm saying? And that shit made me feel so good watching you enjoy him. It was like 4 of y'all in the video, like 4 of y'all, whatever, y'all eating out to eating or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you was so happy that he was home.
That is
true. I was
true.
like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for that honor, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, man, my family, Mikey B, that's my family too. Right. Just to watch them with you, you know, and you my family, Mo, from everybody. You feel me? And to watch that these dudes don't see, but I see the happiness in your face. I watched the smile that you couldn't even really talk. You like, yo, you know, just to watch that type of stuff. I miss from the team. That's how we was. You feel me? Yeah. We see each other, we be happy. It's like how all 3 of y'all see each other. Y'all be happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It don't be nothing behind it. It be happiness, and it be for the good. It don't be for the, you know, Mikey did some dumb shit, KK did some dumb shit, Mo did some dumb. No, y'all niggas like, yo, we're gonna get this on, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this together, we're gonna support each other, we're gonna love each other. But if we do something wrong, I'm still correct you. I'm still sending that long ass text because I love you.
Yeah. Like 2 of them back to back.
2 texts. Because if I don't see in that book, that encyclopedia, then I feel I ain't do my job.
Yo, big bro, that's the worst thing we could do to each other, right? Like, not give each other our genuine feelings, like, but we hold it in, right?
Right.
And like, if I say, yo, you my brother and I got genuine love for you, you need to hear how I feel about you. Like, that's one thing that we didn't always do growing up. We held it in. Right? It's like we held it in. It's like, nah, man, you got something to tell your brother. Tell your brother exactly how you feeling. He might not like it, but it's all right. It's just still your brother. It's like, you got to let your brother know this is how you feel. But yo, we got so much stuff to talk about. But this wasn't gonna be a long one. What's up, comrade?
I just want to say one thing.
Oh, pardon.
And the main things, like some of the main things is like, even when, you know, we talking about this stuff, because we ain't never talking about doing nothing to nobody or nothing crazy up here. You know, we ain't talking, we ain't going that far. You know what I mean? It might be a little argument back and forth, you know, but I'm never going to take this where it's going to be nothing stupid. I'm doing nothing in the community or nothing crazy. But even with the back and forth, it still is beneath this, the work that we doing. So Mo's always like that reflection, like, yo, bro, I don't want this to, you know, downplay the real work that you doing in the community specifically, you know, because he's not saying this stuff. So he's like just worried about, you know, my credibility in the community and the stuff that I'm actually doing out here in real time every day for most of my day. We come up here for an hour, 30 minutes, you know, 2, 3 times a week, but all day we working, bro. Yesterday I was working. Yesterday I was speaking, bro.
Yeah.
I speak all the time. I don't put everything on social media that I'm doing out in the community, but my brothers see it. They get everything. They get it all. So they know exactly what's going on, just like I know what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? But so we never want that to put a cloud over the real work we doing. But go ahead, most bro.
Now, I was gonna say there's some things we need to talk about, man, because there's been a lot of stuff in the news lately, man. And I've been seeing, I know 050 when them spoke about it. I saw Smitty Brim speak about it. I saw I don't know if Scheme even spoke about it, but I seen some channels speaking about it. I seen some brothers whose names I don't even know.
Hassan Campbell.
I seen New York YouTube Blood speaking. A lot of channels have been speaking about this, and this is the issue dealing with Brim. We got news the other day that him along with 30 other individuals were indicted. And you know, just hearing this, first of all, Brim is currently right now in the federal penitentiary serving a 30-year prison sentence. And to hear that now the state, and I'm sure that they had to collaborate with the feds in this case, that they are now bringing him up on new charges, and a part of those charges are murder, racketeering, among other things. And you know, with the death of a school teacher, just all of these allegations, just 18 shootings and this and that, and it's just, and just for the sake of it, we're not speaking upon anyone's legal situations, whether guilt nor innocence. We're putting everything in context for the record of being in these situations ourselves and knowing that we don't want to be faced with more charges when we're already serving time. But we also going to speak real today too, because people need to hear exactly how we feel about our brother Latik, because we know Latik very well. I'm not speaking as a stranger. I'm not speaking the way I talk to Mikey, the way I talk to KK is the same way I talk to Latik. If he was here, I would be calling him Latik. Yo, La. I would be my brother, and we would have that conversation because I love him and he knows that. And he knows we love him as well. So he knows it's not coming from any bad space. We're not up here to reprimand in public. It's just not that type of situation. But I am going to say that we are very, very bothered by this news. This is something that we're not in the background laughing and making fun of. This is a really sad situation to be in for obvious reasons. One, our brother's already serving 30 years in the feds. It's obvious that they've been watching everything that he's been doing. And it appears as if he allowed himself to get put into another trap. I'm disappointed. I'm hurt. I'm really like,
yeah, it's sad though. It's sad, bro, because it keeps happening. And those of us who've been we've been in these situations where those close to us get indicted, right? And one time the feds will come and snatch a whole squad up. So we already know once that squad is already snatched, everything is already compromised. We know that. So if a person is still involved, that means you have to take more precaution, right? You personally have to take more precaution, and to not do that. And a lot of times we still be interacting with these individuals, right? And just going through the same daily routines on the phone, letters, boom, boom, and the feds will look for any little thing to connect you, anything. And once that's happened, it's over. And I've been going through this. It's crazy because at 18 years old, like age of 18 years old, when they had, this was, and I was on Rikers Island, 98, when the gang task force thing started coming on Rikers Island, and all the feds, they started involving the feds and stuff down on Rikers Island and snatching individuals. They had people names and they was watching everybody. I found out, all right? Oh yeah, they was watching that I was one of those individuals being watched. And people used to wonder why I pull away or don't want to say nothing or don't want to talk or I'm not calling or I'm not writing, because they will do anything. It can be one individual, one person, tie in 40, 50 others. And nobody know what's going on. You just down the conspiracy, RICO, gang thing, and all the other charges in there. So it's to see it keep happening, and someone who we felt like, well, you should know better. You know what I mean? Or at least be a little more cautious, especially under them conditions. Like watch them. But unfortunately, this took place, man.
See me personally, right? Me
It's
personally, right? It's not my fear to speak on the brother. I never met him. I don't know him.
yeah,
You feel me? But when I got locked up, I knew I had to fight them people. I had to fight my other people. It was over for them. I didn't want to talk to them no more. It was over. 'Cause I had to fight my situation where I'm at.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm continuing doing wrong, I'm a nigga said one day on the island, nigga, you still going to jail in jail. And what he meant by that, you going to the box. Like how you get locked up, you already locked up, nigga. Like that the old timer telling me, do the right thing, brother, because you're already locked up. You feel me?
all right,
So I'm not gonna correspond with the evil shit or the shit that got me there. I'm not gonna do that. I gotta change my thinking. I gotta change my whole morale of life because it's gonna end up these situations. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't change who you are, you're gonna get the same results.
yeah. It's crazy
You're
because
gonna get the same
all
results.
three of me, Mikey, Emma, she always caught extra charges while we were in prison, and thankfully it didn't turn into, us being in there for the rest of our lives. Like y'all know my story. When I came and had a 2 to 6. I mean, I had a 2 to 6 when I first came to prison. Then I got rearrested, for a homicide. I ended up getting 25 to life. That's how I ended up, during that time. So it happens, man. And the thing, like what Bim just said, is just you being in that situation, knowing that, all right, not to make it worse. How can I make this better? You know what I mean? How can I come out this situation better? Because this is not the end. This is not the end for me. You know what I mean? And when you look at it like that, and sometimes it did, because I did that one time. I looked at it like I was the end. In the beginning, I'm like, all right, it's over. It's a wrap. Like I survived a bullet to the head, survived this shot. Now I got 25 to life, man. Sitting in Attica, it's over. I might as well.
You know what's
You know,
crazy?
but
You
that be
said
the
that.
mindset sometimes where you
Yeah,
get stuck in that.
I'm gonna cut you off. I was talking to my nephew last night, right? He in Pollock, right? He in Pollock, right? And he was telling me a story. When he first got to Pollock, his first day, this Crip dude got killed, right? He got killed. And what he was doing was he was going in lockers, he was thieving niggas, but he was going home in 3 months. Niggas killed him. You know what I mean? Like that they told him to handle him. Because in the cars, you can't touch New York car, blood, Crip. You
Yeah,
can't touch
you're talking about
nobody.
federal. It's the federal pen, Louisiana.
Federal
That's
prison,
why you talking about
and
Louisiana federal pen.
yeah,
Horrible,
Louisiana.
horrible
And
place.
he was telling me about it, and he was saying that they's like, yo, you take care of it then, because they don't tolerate that. That's stealing shit. You know what I'm saying? But old boy was going home in 3 months and lost his life. So if you try to do certain things and live that life, you got unexpected. You got things gonna come that way. Whatever you put in that universe, trust me, it comes back. And you be wondering why, why I got knocked, or why this, why that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, and I listen to the chatters, I listen to people talk. Like I never put myself in position to face 30 years, to face but sell drugs. You feel me? An individual with me, if they did whatever they did it. You know what I'm saying? But I make sure I'm not implicated in none of that nonsense, because if you do, then you got a chance of putting yourself in a line of fire and then you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You
Um,
fucked up.
yeah, bro. I ain't
Mm.
gonna lie, man. It's yeah, you're right. Mo, let me ask you this, man. Um,
What's up, Mike?
I know it hit close to home for you. You know what I'm saying? You got a very, very personal relationship with lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being a part of that at one time, before you changed your life. Just being a part of that. I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
Because we speak real up here, bro. We ain't never gonna
Absolutely.
or none of that. Just being a hound, you were a hound at one time. Seeing the trajectory of that, how does that make you feel? From where you came from to where you at now, bro.
Yo, yo, you ask me a lot of questions, man. You always ask me like the best questions, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, bro, that right there is real. I feel like I saw the writing on the wall, because I remember reaching out to my crimey saying, yo, you know, our little brother is not thinking the way that we hoped and expected that he would be thinking. That his way of thinking was as if this is where he wanted to be. I'm not saying that this is where he wanted to be, but I said that. I said the way he's gonna make sure that we all end up with him in a federal cell.
How long ago did you say that? Who did you say that to? How long ago was that?
I said that to my crimey back in 2011.
Hey, yo, Mikey, that's an ill question. That's an ill question you asked him, and he answered that question right away. And I guarantee you, one of a lot of people had. I thought like that back in the day when I stopped. Yo, he's sort of writing on the wall early.
I said, big bro, I said that, bro. After everything we've learned from our predecessors, the errors of our predecessors, with the influence that you have, we should be utilizing our influence to empower our youth. Why are we not
telling him that?
I was telling him that back then. I was saying, why are we utilizing our influence to further decriminalize or criminalize and marginalize our people and putting them in situations where they potentially could be subjected to federal indictments? I said the goal and the aim should be that we empower ourselves by putting ourselves in these institutions where we ultimately could become forces of nature within these institutions in society. That's the aim. We should be educating our youth to be planted within these systems so that they learn these systems and then bring them back to our communities, and we can build and erect our own institutions. Right. Why are we putting them in a situation where ultimately they're going to be jammed up from like you have to look at this, that 30 young black men were just indicted. These are potential fathers. Some of them probably already fathers already, but these are individuals who are young, our young, most vibrant, youthful individuals that our nation, our people needs to be in our communities, building these communities up, have now been placed into a system where the aim is to emasculate them and have them literally strip them of their manhood and dehumanize them. You've been a part of weakening them now. Not when we were ignorant and we had no knowledge of this. When we've read the books, when we've become aware of what we should and what we shouldn't do, we know the pitfalls of what we should and shouldn't be doing at this stage of the game. But yet we still allowed ourselves to still get caught in the same dragnet. Bro, there is no way you should be thinking on this level. The game should be, you have the influence to empower these individuals. You should be uplifting them by every stretch of the imagination. You realize if you're in a situation, look, I already done fell. I took a fall. I'm going to make sure that the individuals out there, to the best of my ability, are striving to do what they can do to what? Become CEOs. Learn about LLCs, learn about C corporations, S corporations, learn about this stuff, go to college, get a job. This is how you ultimately could empower yourself, not by doing that stuff. Because when you look at
all the time to do it, we had all the time in prison to do it.
When you look at all the cases,
but Mikey, but listen to this, Mikey, listen to this, right? And I thought I did the interview the other day and I spoke on this, right? We so busy talking about we're gonna focus on the youth, right? Some of our older niggas need help too, bro. They need help.
True.
These niggas were really putting it in them little niggas' heads. Because when I was a youth, I was them. My mom, she didn't have an education. She couldn't teach me. So what do you think going on with them? They don't have an education. Who's teaching them? The older niggas. The older niggas setting them out. The older niggas putting shit in their heads. The older niggas. So the older niggas, some of these older niggas need help too.
Some of them.
They need help.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was a part of the structure, I would make sure that dudes they was a part of me or under me. I would make sure they getting their education.
Yeah.
That was like.
But how many Mikeys though? How many Mikeys is out there?
You're right. I'm not.
That's doing that.
I'm not. Let me tell you something. We see a lot of people come out here and do different things in the community. We are unique. I know that. And I'm not saying I'm special. I'm just saying I'm unique. You know what I mean? I was unique in prison. That's why I stood out. We were unique in prison. KK, Moshe, we were unique. We weren't just regular run-of-the-mill prisoners. Just being honest, you heard? And right now, like a coworker just seen me speak yesterday. She said, "You're a rock star."
No question.
This is what we do.
No question. No question.
I mean, don't get me wrong. God empowered us and put us out here for a reason.
Look at y'all three. Look at y'all three, right?
We empowered. We got these voices. We got these build. We built like something. What you mean? I know people that came out there that don't got their faculties, that can't talk, that can't work. You know what I'm saying? We built like this for a reason.
No, and you're supposed to teach. Like I said, you're supposed to teach.
That's all I do.
And there's niggas I know, 50 years old, 60 years old, still on them same corners that I was on. Still out there right now. Right now. Y'all could do the same thing, but you know what? Y'all choose not to. Y'all know y'all calling.
Right,
you got a different calling.
Like you said, calling, purpose.
You got a calling.
So we a little different. And let me tell you something. I know I went through more than the average person in prison. I didn't go through less. I went through more. What do you mean? I went through more and I made it out of that shit.
Yeah.
I made it through that. I went through more.
Why? But Mikey, you know why you went through more?
I got beat up by the police more. What you mean? I'll be
here to teach. You here to teach. You here to teach. That's why you can't teach nothing. You ain't go through nothing.
Loving my peoples, bro. I don't got no shame in loving my peoples, bro.
No question. But you can't teach. You can't teach if you ain't go through nothing.
I've been through more.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So
you one of the soldiers.
I know when I'm working out here and I'm moving out here for a reason and for a purpose.
No question.
Shit, and I know, and that's crazy because I know how you feel. I know how you feel right now.
I'm trying to check myself, but don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff y'all see is the stuff that helped me survive to be almost 50 years old. When y'all see Bad Mikey, when y'all see me moving and talking in a certain way, that got me living this life. I was in the trenches. I was on the front line my whole life. I'm in the trenches now. I work in the trenches. I rub shoulders with the trenches every day, with the young kids, with the gangbangers, with the shooters, with the OGs. That's who I talk to. That's what my life. I just talk to them from a different perspective at this point right now. Same people every day. Don't get me wrong. Only difference is I'm talking to Rachel May. I remember you when you talked to me in Albany. I seen it in Syracuse the other day. I didn't even know that was you, Rachel May. I just got different peers now. I'm just working from a different perspective.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm working with the same people. I'm working with my community. Mo's working with his community. KK's out there. We still doing the same thing, bro. We just doing it from a different perspective, bro. With the same love, the same passion. That's what got us through. This is what got us where we at, bro. And don't get me wrong. I make sure I give props to the Most High because I know he plays a big role in this.
Big role, that's right.
We all religious.
That's
we
right.
all religious. We all lean on that. Don't get it wrong. He put us back out here for a reason, bro.
It's a fact.
We ain't had to be out here. He could have kept them. He could have kept them people that was in charge with us. We could have stayed in there, bro. We had them type of bids.
Yeah.
We had them type of bids, bro.
Yeah.
What you mean? We had a bids where I could do what I want and I'm walking out the door on this date. We didn't have them bids. Just being honest, bro. You see what I'm saying? So when we see dudes like Brim doing this, bro, these are dudes that are directly under our line. They came after us, directly got our influence, our information. Don't get me wrong. The natural progression for a lot of these gangs is death or prison for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be honest with that.
Mm-hmm.
The way these gangs run in our cities, from New York to California and everywhere in between, the natural progression is a life sentence or a death sentence, whatever you want to call it.
And I'm glad you say that. And I had a special relationship with La where I expressed to him my concerns about just the manner in which he was conducting himself. And I was my thing with him was, it's all right to be. See, we had an episode back then. If you guys have not watched it already, we were speaking about what it means to be like an OG. What that actually means, being an older brother, somebody who's responsible. And when you're in that position as a so-called big homie, you have a responsibility because you got the lives of others, people who are looking for father figures, who are looking for influence. You have that respect and you have that position to kind of help guide these individuals, and they will listen to you and pretty much do whatever it is that that you would tell them. So with that much power over individuals' lives, if you genuinely got love for your brothers, you're not going to put them in a situation where ultimately you would just jeopardize their livelihood or anything of that nature, or their freedom for all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think individuals are in these positions and they use individuals for their own diabolical objectives, as opposed to being in these positions to ensure that these individuals are going to make the best decisions. When the little homies used to come up to see me, they had a thing, and this is what ultimately moved me out of the culture, is because I seen a lot of the younger individuals that would come visit me. They were more concerned about the politics of what was going on in Attica, what was going on in Clinton, what was going on in Sing Sing, what was going on in Katsaki. And I would say, you guys are in the streets. Some of you guys have families, your fathers of children. Some of you guys have jobs. Some of you guys are doing your own thing in school and such like that. And you guys are coming up here seeking leadership from individuals who are in prison. We should be following you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are in society showing us how to be responsible adults, showing us how to be responsible fathers, but yet you guys are coming up here asking me about what's going on in Attica. So I used to tell individuals, when you come up here, I don't want to know about what's going on in Attica because I don't care. I want to know what type of father you are. I want to know what are some of your goals. I want to know if whether or not you're utilizing your God-given talents to the betterment of yourself, your family, your community, and the world that we live in. I don't care, no disrespect. He's my brother. I don't care about what Two-Face is doing in Clinton. I don't care. None of that stuff means anything to me. I'm not impressed by a bunch of individuals who've been in jail for 20, 25 years. That doesn't impress me because I'm one of those individuals, right? I didn't feel like I was a loser, but I felt like I was like a bozo for being in prison for 20-something years. Like, I didn't think that was something honorable. Oh yeah, I made it to prison. That stuff was hard. I felt like I was ashamed of myself, my family. You dig what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like this was a badge of honor that I was in some white man's institution. I felt like I had a responsibility, and my way to lead was to uplift these individuals to the best of my ability, not help fill up to capacity more prisons across the nation. We don't need the KKK or no white supremacist groups. You know what I'm saying? No racist white militias if we out there doing their work for us. You dig what I'm saying? So why am I going to be the one that's going to help indict 30, 40, 50 other individuals so that they can be sitting in somebody's federal prison? What sense does that make? That's not, to me, what the definition of a big homie, a provider, somebody who has your best interests at heart. That is the true definition of somebody. And this ain't got nothing to do with the little wars that's going on now. That stuff don't mean nothing. In the end, it don't mean nothing, because in the end, you're going to be jammed up, put in a situation, and look at who loses in this case. Because what we have here, shout out to the family. We talking about a woman, a lady who lost her life, an innocent victim who lost their life, someone's mother, in front of a 10-year-old child. We're not talking about you and another crew beefing and then y'all two dudes banging it out and one of y'all get knocked down. Even that's senseless in and of itself. But we talking about you dudes is so reckless that y'all wreaking havoc on your communities to where school teachers are being killed. We talking about this is a problem right now. This is we got to keep it all the way 100. If we're going to be leaders, if we're going to be elders, this is just not good. That's not good. It's nasty. It's horrible. And that's just stuff that's just like, you got to speak out against that. That's not
What's up, big bro?
Yo, what's good with you? What's good with y'all?
Wow.
So big.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, salute, man. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Feeling good, man. We just hit 5K subs, man.
Ah, man, and growing. Great content. Great content. I've been longing for this type of dialogue, man, for a while, and that's why I encourage y'all, stay away from the BS, man. We need this content. We need these discussions coming from us, for us, by us.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? Because we can only understand us. I'm great, man. I woke up this morning. I'm great.
Great. I'm glad you pulled up. You came right in the midst of this. I got to offer a lot with my wife, but I know you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your congratulations. We love you. What's your take you personally have a direct relationship with La, like you have with me.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Mine is a little bit different, but you have a relationship with La.
Yeah.
Like, what are you feeling now when you get
I'm disappointed. When they sent it to me, I was disappointed, honestly. I was disappointed. And I've always spoke to La from a heartfelt position from the day I encouraged him to, take his independence with, Bloodhound, to show him how you set up, a hood, this all around, just mentor him. He read everything I had. We dialogue, we built, we done everything from, a mentor's perspective. And he didn't have the patience, but I already knew the results because he wanted, he wanted to be ghetto fabulous, yet, to be innovative, in which he was, because Bloodhounds has become one of the premier blood hoods, new millennial blood hoods. But when it comes down to situations like now and all the lives that you have become responsible for, some moral character of fiber has to come into bout, principally do's and don'ts. Money can always be made. That's nothing. But you're responsible for all these lives now based on encouragement or whatever. I don't know. Allegedly, you got yourself in a situation that it doesn't seem you're going to get out. And it may not have been from your doing directly, but indirectly, you're responsible. And you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the cost to be the boss. Same thing I told Ra when he left us, and Moshe, you know that, it's going to come a time where you're going to have to weigh and judge, your decisions. Every decision don't call for drastic decisions, because then it's going to be a domino effect. And when I seen it, I'm like, the same old ignorant behavior. And when I say ignorant, I mean unaware, because you're very well conscious. And what you didn't believe that because you're on the phone somewhere else, these people read all the cases. Larry Hoover, everybody. Why are you making mistakes that your predecessors did 40, 30 years, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Not even that. 2, 3 years ago, we're going there on the phone. And when the rules say never say nothing to write nothing that may self-incriminate you. So now comes down, you'll be pulled down, and you'll be arraigned. You got 30. That might, I don't know what's going to come out of that. I don't know if it's federal or if it's state, but you're going to finish your Fed time, which is about, off of 30, about 27. Now you're coming back into this.
That's to answer your question. And I know KK, please forgive me. I was just answering this question, my brother. It's state. From what we know, it's state, but they were working in collaboration with the federal, because obviously.
Oh, so they weren't charging federally then.
They were listening.
They were listening
on his federal calls. So they're probably going to bring him into Nassau County. They're gonna try, definitely gonna make a big example out of him.
Nassau don't play.
No. He's gonna, like they did Ra. He's gonna be a poster child.
Yeah, they're gonna.
He's gonna be a poster child. So that 25 might turn into 150.
Yeah,
they're gonna send him to ADX.
No, go ahead, KK.
No, he's definitely going to A&S, because he breached the security of the federal system, having a burnout phone. So they're going to put you ADX, no communication. But if you got a wife, if you don't, you better get married in the process, and your immediate family and lawyer. Where they got Larry Hoover, they got Jeff Ford, they got the Unabomber, they got King Blood, all of them like that. So I hope he's ready for that level of solitude.
Yeah, that's a different level. Go ahead, KK. What you gonna say, my brother?
Yeah, it was just, some of the things, man. Just hoping his situation do get out of it by the mercy of Allah. We don't know what'll happen, but
yes,
a lot of times, our affiliations, man, and we create these bonds and with individuals, and a lot of individuals still be involved in stuff, and these would be the very things that get people jammed up. Just like I said earlier, like when you one person you having a conversation with, or writing a letter to, or whatever, or connect you with something and tag you in, and then the feds already monitoring and watching certain things, or look for that one little linchpin. You do talk to him, or you did have a conversation with this individual. So, I hope something come where he can overcome that. You know what I mean? And it's just that, and not hard, direct evidence of him, saying or actually doing anything. I hope it's not, but it's I'm just sitting there listening to this, man, and just even going through it, everything that we all went through. It's just coming back and replaying, in my head all over again, bro.
Well, I had the same conversation with Big Bro yesterday, and I said I think we need to, and I'm just being honest, right? This is coming from me, right? You might disagree with it, and that's all right. I think we need to start redefining some of these terms that we use loosely in our communities that define certain behaviors. Like we say individuals are when dudes. Now, I think when we're using it, we're talking about perhaps son is not a buster. He's not he's not going to punk out. When he gets to the precinct or he goes to trial, he's not going to take the stand and so on and so forth. Yeah. He's going to keep his mouth shut. I think that's, in that case, we understand that part. We get that. But I don't think you're a stand-up dude. This is my opinion. I don't think you're a stand-up dude when your behavior, knowing what we know, where we come from, the mistakes and poor choices of our predecessors, yet you continue to make these same choices, and ultimately 30, 40, 50 younger black men, so-called Latino men, are getting jammed up in the federal penitentiary where innocent mothers and fathers, our family loved ones, lives are being threatened and at stake in our community. I don't think you're stand up. I don't think that's stand up behavior.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. We have to redefine.
You're right. Hold on. Let me say something real quick to that, because I said that in a video I did online yesterday on Hold Up TV. I said he was a good dude, a stand up dude. Somebody asked me in the comments. I didn't reply, but somebody asked me in the comments about him being a good dude. I said he's a stand up dude, and when we use that word, that slang in the in our culture, stand up is like a dude that's a manly's man, and it's probably a little toxic, right? It's probably a little toxic. It's probably a little thing. So when you hear it, you're like, he's a stand up. This is what I knew him as. I don't know what he's going through now. I haven't seen him in years. This is what I knew him as far as coming through the culture and how we came up, some words that we use for good individuals that didn't do a lot of the stuff that was considered to be bad during prison time, right? To use those words, right? To not get, you say you're a stand-up dude, you're a good dude, right? If you didn't do certain things, inside of that prison culture, and I'm not gonna go into everything, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all understand that?
Yes, of course. No, we do.
So I understand what Mo's saying, but on the same perspective, I got Brim's. I got his story from my mother first, before anybody put it on YouTube, before I seen the news. My mom's told me that. Yo, she killed this teacher. What's going on? My mother told me that. You know what I'm saying? She's like, you know him? Even today, when I'm telling my mom, listen, we going on at 2:30, me, KK, Moshe, and all, we going up when we locked in. Moshe know him, we know. She's like, y'all know him? She's like, wow. She's like, wow. Just being honest with our lives and how this information gets brought to us. You know what I'm saying? My mom gets updates on the news on her phone. She said it's an indictment. It's a big one. A school teacher got killed. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And while I'm talking before Moshe go, in the 90s, when we, when Ola first hit the East Coast big, and before when it started making the news, right? All of those cases of dudes cutting old ladies in the state and the train station because they had on different colors, sexing little girls in, all of them were fooled. We dealt with them personally. We got at them.
Yes.
We had the newspaper clippings. We copied the newspaper clippings and we sent it to all the homies. I'm just giving you real history. All the homies, when you see these dudes, what happened to that? What happened to that culture? Did we totally lose ourselves Did we totally lose our moral compass?
Nah, we didn't.
So
No, it's not that. It's this, like Moshe said, and I agreed with him. And I initiated it.
For the inception of all our first Jordan
I
guys,
initiated
totally against all of that.
Facts.
Yes,
You're right,
I initiated it.
I'm not a part of the structure no more. Are they still letting people stand up? Are they still being penalized? I'm talking about in the culture. Is the culture still penalizing dudes for doing this stuff to kids and women and all this stuff?
No, it's not. But as I initiated with Moshe when I got the news, and then he hit me with the news, I said, this is where it comes from. Now us who have served honorably, who have reformed, who are giving a different outlook on this lifestyle that we helped create it, and so on and so forth. It's time to change the narrative. Let's take it to the next level. So being a stand-up dude ain't just because you held it down, you didn't tell, you get busy. Because once you come out of that system, then there's a transition, which all of us right here now has made. And we have been showing by example what a true stand-up do. We came home and became family men. We became men of our community. We became leaders in our community. You feel me? With the background, because we can't exclude the background of what we do. But we have to, and I told Moshe I would love to be a part, to redefine what a stand-up guy is after he leaves prison. Prison is a small world. So just imagine if he would influence all of those guys to go to school, become engineers, to become doctors, because he had that opportunity, he had the power and influence to do so. So do we hold him accountable? That should be that we enforce a new narrative and a new penalty for guys once you come out to adhere to the community or still pushing an agenda that's counterproductive to the community. That's on us for us to decide. Not guys in prison. They're in prison. You prison do what prison do. We're in society. And many of y'all have been out here for some years. So that's for us who has the voice, the platform to redefine so this next generation could understand, because many of them don't.
Yeah.
They think wrong or right, they good.
Nah, and and thanks, big bro, for that. And the real Ming E. Rivers, first of all, so there was back then, there was a difference between what was real, what was right, what was fake, and what was wrong. The opposite of real is fake, the opposite of right is wrong. So you had a lot of individuals that was living fake and they was living wrong, but they was claiming to be real and they were claiming to be right. Individuals that were living real right when they got that was living fake wrong, and they got in the presence of those that was living real and right, they knew that they couldn't act like they was real right no more. So nobody that I know that was living real, that was living right, was walking around. The real rights would have done something extremely violent to you if they knew you did something to an elderly person in our community. If they knew you were raping,
I was one of those. I was on the island. I was down there on Rikers Island.
If they knew you were raping our women out there, the real rights their jobs are to protect the elderly, to protect the women, to protect the oppressed, to protect those who are marginalized, to protect those who historically and traditionally have been oppressed by institutions and the systems. So if there's a culture of individuals who are engaging in lawless behavior, even amongst individuals who are living lawless lives according to society standards, there's also laws in the underground as well. And individuals who live in a certain way, I guarantee you would have been a total different conversation. Pardon me, KK, you were saying something, bro.
Nah, good. I was just adding on because when those vibes was coming down and we was hearing about that, I was down on the island. I was one of those that was down on the island, searching and looking, checking cases, finding out what's what, who was doing this kid. What's his? Then it was definitely serious. It was not tolerating that.
It's definitely intolerable because that culture. Believing that it's all right to harm our women, the concept of being real right means that we're protecting our communities. We're empowering ourselves. We're uplifting ourselves. That's how I got that from SI and Soul B in them. When they was giving us the understanding of the culture, of the way of life, they didn't just focus on the moment of the need for us to fight in our immediate surroundings against the police or against other gangs that were around us. That was one level of it. But a deeper level of it was that the blood that tied us all together can be traced back to our origins as a people, where we were a communal people. We lived in peace, and if we needed to protect ourselves against outside forces that were trying to take advantage of us, then we had no choice to wage war and fight back. But ultimately, harming our loved ones, harming your loved one, your mother. Are you crazy? Listen, man. Like, I'm just being all the way. We will hurt you real bad if you hurt somebody's mother.
Our communities in general.
I ain't got. That's not. Nah, go ahead, big bro. I apologize, but no, I'm just
no, you're 100% right. Is that because under the circumstances that we are, but we've seen a lot of individuals, and I've seen this personally in the millennium, that a lot of brothers who I were making conscious to make conscious decisions, to adhere to the laws that we established amongst us, that pushed us to the level of Black unity, because regardless to what is said, good, bad, and the ugly, blood in New York State has brought the 5 boroughs together. Black and Latino love. It brought that together. It gave it an embryonic future viewpoint of what it could be under the small circumstances. So now we get back into society. We have to conform to the norms of society, because what happens if you don't, then you become an outlaw. And we realize we're more effective on these type of platforms than we are behind the wall, because we are the true examples of transition, and we have a responsibility to the next generation. So what you want to do? You want to continue to perpetuate, self-destruction, which is a lot of our brothers who I seen grow into leadership chose. So what that becomes ignorance. I don't want you to be aware. I don't want you to be conscious. I don't want you to be able to think for yourself. All I want you to do is follow this agenda that I created. You feel me? Instead of following the agenda to take us to the next level and save the next generation. Because this thing is going to continue on. Somewhere, somehow, we have to begin to, with these formats, to change the narrative, to turn these kids who are so easily influenced into these gangs into positive, conducive individuals.
That was my next question. How do we right the ship?
What we're doing now.
We got our elders here, so I'm obviously defer to the elders, man. So
yes, what we're doing now, brother. What we're doing now, Mikey. What we're doing now consistently. Because believe it or not, a lot of these young brothers who are coming into these things, they still have misconceptions like this was the first generation, when it's nowhere in how, ifs, buts is. So we have to clarify. Yes, everybody bring you in on the foundation, but they're not the foundation. There's what's going on now. And these brothers continue to latch on to that time and period. So if you didn't live through the first generation, just look at these 3rd and 4th generation homies, and they don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about their set. They're not for unity. They for the set of their unity. Everything else is out because of the non-consciousness and the ignorance. Because ignorance is easy to control than intelligence. They're nemesis.
See, but that big bro, and that to me, that state of awareness, what bothers me is that state of awareness that you're making reference to, the individuals who they're following actually have some level of awareness and some level of consciousness.
Yeah.
But they're not using it. They're not using it. They're not using it. And this is why I'm saying that we need to start redefining. I see somebody put it up in the chat about being stand-up or being the real ends and whatever the case would be like that.
But we holding them accountable.
We got to start holding individuals accountable because we're
holding La. Listen, La, I told him we're holding him accountable because he known better.
No question, he know better.
No cap. And although it's in dialogue, you know what I'm saying, in hopes, because although he could be a poster child like Tukey, but he can change. But we're gonna hold you accountable to know, no, amongst your peers, your groups, those who served with you, that's not tolerable, homie. That's not tolerable. We have to speak out.
So be all right. We know you coming from, you an elder. You was a respected elder. You wasn't just an old dude. You was a respected elder, right? Amongst the gangs, amongst the ranks in the criminal lifestyle, the criminal underworld, overworld, whatever you want to call it, right? What is the growth? We were all a part of the structure for years. Where is the progression for New York? Where are we headed? Are we headed to destruction of our old communities with this stuff, or are these OGs that's growing? Because a lot of guys is growing in these positions. They started as youth, and now they older men. We got the information, we got the education from brothers like you, from other brothers. What's the disconnect now from that reaching out? It's a lot of millionaires that's Damu. It's a lot of people that's working, that's doing everything, that got the history of Damu. We got a whole generation, a couple generations behind us now of that on this East Coast. How do we what is the disconnect, bro? We taught dudes. I taught dudes in prison. Moshe taught dudes. KK, you taught dudes. We taught elders. I tried to get dudes to go into business, right? When I was a part, I tried to get dudes to change the focus of what they was doing, to change their lives, to change the lives of the people that was under them. I'm talking about the leaders. We was a part of the leadership.
Yes.
What is the progression? Why is people not latching on? Is everybody just about self-gain? Do they not care about their communities? Are they COINTELPRO? What's going on? Like, how do we stop this cycle?
So,
how do we change the direction? How do we stop the
Go ahead,
cycle?
So one of the things, because remember, that's what I was saying, like, for a minute, with some of the stuff that we were doing, even the organization that's being built, that's being worked on, what we've been doing with the East West Coast thing, who we've been talking and meeting with behind the scenes. It's like, it starts one with that, right? Because now finding out who's actually on board, who's actually serious about this work, right? And there's countless individuals, numerous states, affiliations that cross territories, gang sets, all different types, even those that were used to be enemies with each other, right? That whole rank and file. All of these brothers feel the same exact way, right? Now it's actually consistently and to keep on actually pushing the narrative. So now we spoke a couple times. Now we got to keep on, sit down to make sure that slow progression comes. Whereas now we have an actual structure laid out as how we can actually implement some of the things that we want to be implemented, or the change that we want to see. How can we actually do it? Because it's there. I just actually met a brother who introduced a different type of program that we can actually start implementing in hoods that's going to benefit families, as far as help dudes get money, other dudes create business, but now it has to be done in a unified way and consistently, and not just we have a good conversation once and then we won't see each other for a while, or we don't talk. So when So B said it's here, or it starts with this, yes, but now it's just the consistency part, saying who has what do we have going on. All right, brother, what could you do? What you can do, and now the actual work being put in, because we know we already have the power, right?
Yeah.
Here is nothing. Going into community, like, you're there, brothers is here, so we can actually reach people. That's not a thing. So now it's just incumbent upon us to stay on, just on that journey, bro, and make the commitment and conscious step. We're gonna do this first, then this, then this, then this, and make it happen, man.
And let me show you. Let me just add on, Mikey, to that. Let me add on to that. It just shows the need and the demand for these type of dialogues and discussions. Look, y'all went from 3-something, y'all at 5,000 now, brother. That's the result of the content that you're giving. That's the result. You celebrating 5,000. Just remember when you was 1,000, you was 500.
Yep.
So this platform is a demand. You got authentic guys because all of you guys up there are authentic. And that's where we're at. All the fake shit is dropping from the industry, from the influencers, and it's coming back to the real, not the superficial. Because the superficial has bamboozled our youth, our communities, and so on. So us being here talking and holding our peer, our brother, our blood, our brother, accountable directly or indirectly. That's big, brother. That's unbiased. And next month you're gonna be at 10,000. And that's where it starts at. Having a platform for us, by us, dialoguing us. Well, we're not dogging him. We're not disrespecting him, but what we have to say may be the triggering point of him turning to recognize that he's held responsible as a man for these lives, the indirect lives, you feel me, that was lost on both sides of the board. So that's the result right here. Y'all celebrating 5,000. I remember when you was at 3,000.
Yeah.
And we just gotta be consistent.
Yo, I appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate, all the stuff that you do out here in the community. I appreciate you supporting us. But I just think, from where we came from, because he came from where we came from.
Yes.
He came under us. He came a little bit after us. But he came where we came from. So I'm like, the progression, like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm very concerned about the culture in general and the direction, but I'm more so concerned. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hurt by, what he's going through, what he's facing right now. And don't get me wrong, a lot of that stuff is his own making because he's on Instagram. You can hear live.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
Like, what do you expect? Personally, bro, I believe like he wanted this. It seems like he really wanted that, bro. Like, you gotta know with you doing this, putting memos out on the internet that you're going to be an ADX, bro. And you pushing these kids and doing stuff and calling shots. If you doing it, bro, listen, we talking about social media, so I'm not talking about nothing that he ain't posting. You can't tell me.
That's a fact. Somebody showed me some shit that he put up. Yeah.
He posted it. He posted it.
And I'm like,
bro.
what the hell? I'm like,
you gotta better. It's like you got a death sentence in there already. So you like, all right, let me just go over there with them and be this gangster figure to follow, to be in the books of all gangster figures. Like, come on, my dude.
And let me show you something, Mike.
Lives of kids in our community, though, bro. If you're gonna do that, bang out in there on yourself, do that yourself, and just go out as a crazy dude that died or got killed in there or whatever. Don't bring that to the community.
But we're not gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Mike, and I understand. I respect your point because that's from your personal opinion. But we're not gonna. Let's not, in a sense, demonize, although the actions should be. But let's have some clarity. This is why I told Moshe I agree with him in starting this dialogue, is because we understand what but many times things that we knew we went against. Our mothers and fathers told us what they believe we should know to be conducive, productive citizens in society, but we became outlaws. I am not holding him accountable. I am, and we know the results of that. We just got to look at Larry Hoover's, the Jeff Fords, when they went from the gangster disciples to growth and development, understanding the power that they had to change these kids' lives. You feel me? So maybe this is a turning point.
I think it is.
You feel me?
I hope it is, bro. I hope it is. Guys like us is up here speaking about it, that was actually on a level, actually know him personally. You know what I'm saying? Actually dealing with them in the sets. you know, at one time or another.
Yeah,
let me tell you something before we go out, because we've been on here much longer than we're supposed to be on here. But
I know.
we get to G Trife, Shandu McFadden with G Mac. We need more of that. We need to see the gangsters, these dudes in the community, building more structures like that. We need to see.
Okay, but let me show you. Look at the flip side. Yes, we do need more individuals, but look at the internal aspect where he lost those contracts predicated on some jail, whatever it was predicated on. He no longer is that focal influence that we once had because of management decisions. You feel what I'm saying?
That means
So
you need to be there for him a little more. Make sure help get back on track.
Yes, because he can be a catalyst because he's in the forefront right now and he's one of us. Let's critique him because he deserves that, but let's use that as a focal point where we can create these dialogues and use him as that example. You feel me? To catalyst our agenda, which is an agenda predicated on being free in society, because that's something no big homie has done. Shandu, salute to him. Yes, he created that, but he needed more elders around him to give him a broader perspective in what he had in his hand. Because if he didn't, Print would have never got caught with no razors going to Raggers Island.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so that's what we have to redefine. That's why We Locked In is here. That's why I'm up on We Locked In to give y'all that catalyst. This is a must need. We have to. If when you don't want to do it, we have to keep these dialogues and we have to keep it biased, because if we don't keep it unbiased, what happens? Those that are not a part of the culture, so these motherfuckers is fake. You feel me? Because, but no, we're unbiased. Yo, but I'm just saying this to say so they can understand when they tune in that no, yes, we critique and we hold our affiliate members accountable. But we're not going to dog him and demonize him. We want the brother, because he's a very powerful brother, to have that type of influence from a jail cell to the street. Like the minister said, Minister Lou Farrakhan, let's embrace the brother and hopefully he will come into his true consciousness to lead and use the brother for conducive, positive reasons. Because he's going to pay the cost to be the boss. That's no ifs and buts about it. But he needs us more than ever right now. So we got to critique. We ain't gonna keep dogging them out.
We ain't gonna never turn our backs on our people, bro. You know what?
We here for the long haul. And that's all I'm saying.
We here for the long haul. We not. But
yes,
are we disappointed? Are we disappointed?
Yes, we're disappointed. Personally, yes.
Come on, bro. We supposed
but this
to be
ain't the first.
Money,
but listen,
good lives, eating good food with our families and with our peoples, bro. This is what we be doing out here, bro.
Well, he will live through us now. But listen, it's not the first, and he won't be the last, because when we do our history of our predecessors, you feel me? They came. Look at Jeff Ford on the phone in Beaumont. Look at Larry Hoover on the phone. These dudes are like icons in the gang culture. Like, we talking about 60 years. So Lie's not the first, but now these brothers preach and they contribute to the growth and development. Although you had other individuals once they locked them down.
I agree totally, but I disagree. So be only to the fact that the reason why we started on the East Coast and we talking about Ola, it was the fight against oppression, bro. Them other gangs was not the same as us, bro.
No, yes, they was. No. Listen, no, brother, that's not. They were the. You got to remember when the Panthers came into Chicago, Fred Clark and Mark Hampton, they had to get approval from the chief to operate. The facts.
You mean
Peace
Fred
was the most organized gang in the country.
You mean Fred Hampton and Mark Clark?
Yeah, Fred Hampton and Mark Clark. What I'm saying, when they came in, they had to get approval from the chief, Jeff Ford. Jeff Ford, Mickey Cogwell, they the ones who got Nixon inaugurated. The lowest margin ever happened in Chicago, 4%. Because them brothers went door to door. They was on that podium when Nixon got inaugurated. Read the cases, it's the facts. And they gave Jeff $1 million, which they said he embezzled. He misappropriated $925,000 in funds. That's how he did his Fed bid.
Yeah, but is this a little bit different though, big bro? Because
what I'm saying is this. It's what I'm saying. Gang leaders making decisions that contribute to the self-destruction of our communities. And gang leaders who have done that and changed and begin to contribute to the construction of our communities. That's what I think it is. Okay. So whether it's a lot, Brim, when we look at our predecessors, they done the same thing. Because you can see, once they took them out the process, look what's going on in Chirac right now. That's because Larry's not there. He's not the chair. Everybody's independent, doing what they want. And the government believes that, yes, we got him out, we got him here. But that's a greater self-destruction because at some point he became conscious and it became growth and development. Little homie, you better be in school. You better. And he has changed the lives of many individuals that he helped self-destruct and destroy their lives. It's always a chance. Allah says it's always a chance.
And I do understand, and I love that perspective right there because you're coming from the perspective that okay, while we're still gonna hold our brother accountable for his shortcomings, we also understand that we're humans, like right. We all have the opportunity for redemption, right? Right. That there's never a need to just kind of like browbeat somebody and beat them down and stuff like that. That we got to give everybody an opportunity to redeem themselves. And although I do agree with that, you're totally correct. I'm saying that at the current rate that what we've been seeing, it seems as if this has metastasized. Like I get that some of us get to a point where we grow, right? There's that point where you're like, okay, I can see that there's growth there. Right, and that we're still witnessing people kind of grow on that, based on that momentum and on the path of righteousness and positivity. This seems to be like a downward trajectory. Now, I'm only on the outside looking in, so I don't really know. But I think when I'm talking about accountability to our brother or just anybody who we might know that's involved on this level, we got to ask ourselves if, based on what we know, if individuals are genuinely making an effort to try to better themselves. And I don't think that what we've been seeing, we haven't been seeing this. So this is kind of shocking for us that at this age, now Larry and them was a little bit younger.
That's what I was about to say, get to too, bro.
Larry and them were a lot younger. Jeff Fort and them were a lot younger. And they were forced by necessity, you know what, ADX, Marion, being in those real tight, constricted spots, to say, you know what, I need to start making better choices, etc. But even before it got to that for Larry, he was doing the growth and development thing. So his consciousness was already there. He was already making those decisions on Big Bro. There was a lot of, I'm not seeing that coming from individuals. I'm just seeing like this is just a path of.
You know why? You know why? It's because at some point, right, he got to the point where when you get to a point of a certain power, or the power you believe, and you have the soul power to make a decision to live or die, many a times man with his ambitions not to take advice. You feel me? Bro, they moving in the right directions. Stop creating these ops. Put that in, you feel me? But in that process, you have to become more consciousness. But if you have allowed ignorance to be the motivator, what comes out that is chaos and self-destruction, which you could have consciously contributed to, not knowing the results was going to be the results that you're now in. You feel what I'm saying? So, yes.
Having the tutelage of original Olas being guards, Muslims, Jamaicans, Rastas. These were the elders when I came to the prison system. Nubians, educated people. I think from our perspective, I'm just talking about our unique perspective of joining the culture of gangs in America, right? We came with a lot more knowledge of the Panthers, of the history, of different things that I don't think the average kid had in Chicago when they signed up.
See, Mikey, you making this a Chicago thing. I'm making this a black diaspora. Listen,
LA, street gangs.
Okay, but I'm saying to you, I'm making this a diaspora. Blacks that has been dispersed because we're going through this problem, as Hakeem Ali the Booty said, all over the world, and everybody agrees. Wherever we're at, we're going through these problems in our communities, not communities outside of us, in our communities. And we have these individuals in our communities. So it's not a blood, crip, whatever thing. It's an African diaspora thing that happened many years before, centuries before we was born. And we're continuing to perpetuate and to meet that, whether conscious or unconscious. That's the issue. It's not the issue of blood, crip. It's the issue of we're still experiencing what we have experienced centuries and just recently. Civil rights.
Falling for the same thing.
Yeah.
The same. A target was placed on them. And when you had said that about being organized, when brothers really started becoming conscious and more conscious and started organizing the people in the right way, what happened? Feds will come in and look for any small little thing to try to remove them to cause the destabilization in these communities. I mean, to cause something to actually go on, because now we know this brother was here. He kept everything tight and intact. These guys was becoming powerful. And when we start becoming powerful and unifying, we become a threat to them. I mean, when that happens, when they see individuals like that, all the bad stuff that probably was done beforehand, they'll look for anything. Oh, no, he was involved in this. You know, we know he's involved in this because a person is becoming conscious and woke or being more disciplined and organized. Same thing with Larry Hoover, Jeff, everybody he was mentioning. Like it's
many, yes. But look at Pat
history as well, Mikey. Like it's been happening, bro. Like actually targeting and writing letters to cause beef between.
Can't tell, brother. Like
it's been.
We have to be more. Yes, we have to be more focused, brother.
The whole thing is, this is my thing, Sobi. I'm talking about having the information, having the connections, right? Leading the people. I'm just talking about as a leader, bro, as a young leader, even in a gang structure, even in that structure. I'm talking about him. I don't care about anybody else.
Yeah, but when I'm telling you,
Sobi.
All right, go ahead.
Talking about him, bro. Us knowing him, having the dudes in his ear, having the, having that. This is something that he talks about publicly of what he reps and what he does, bro. So I'm not, out of line with having.
No, I understand what you're saying 100%. Yes.
Having that, having a hindsight of what everybody went through before him and where they at. I'm just talking about that, bro. It's just disappointing. It's a disappointment for him to lead all these people into destruction. That's all I'm saying. You're not out here on that time. You could be.
And I told him,
and be in a different place right now. It's easy,
and I told him,
easy to be there. That's an
easy
I know him. To get to, bro.
Yes. And as I said, this is a turning point because honestly, I don't believe. Although we say conscious, I don't believe he directly placed himself placed himself in a position to be ostracized under the circumstances where I don't even know if he's really prepared for that. I don't think he knowingly, consciously did it. Knowing him. Like a lot of us don't, you feel me? Like our actions, but we really don't look at the magnitude.
I not believe that because you asked the correct, bro. We sometimes, like, we used to be in the yard, and I hear one of the bros on the phone. Like, I would hear a conversation. I would have to stop and pull up. Bro, what's wrong with you? Huh?
Yeah.
Bro, we like,
you don't know you're being recorded?
Like, you bugging. You know the phones, you record the phones, right? And you got them dudes on the other side. It's a bunch of them together. They all there talking crazy, but you right there talking to them, right? Get off the phone. they may be doing something, and now you go automatically get put in because you on the phone.
Conspiracy, yes.
Because of who you are, they would say, "Oh, you responsible. You were talking to them."
Yes, and that's all I'm saying. Let's use this as a catalyst for our dialogue and our movement. We locked in.
Right. I mean, like I said, bro.
That's
I hope they free the peoples, bro. Said he, La, he came up with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He was a warrior. Somebody said in the chat he was a warrior and all that. But I just hate to see that. I hate to see my peoples in this order, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But now it comes time for us to redefine that narrative. So this way, the next generation could see, weigh, and judge. Just because you're a stand-up dude don't mean you're totally conscious and you're going to make a balanced decision in the process of your leadership.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, bro. But I'm glad we having this conversation. I see everybody in the chat. Y'all glad we having this conversation too. You know what I'm saying? Thank the 5K subs. This is what we locked in about. This is what we doing. This is the type of time we on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Just keep locked in. We'll keep giving y'all the information and the clarity.
Yeah, we locked in on
clarity.
But it's just
because I think.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, so. I think the clarity of coming from us, critiquing our brother and saying, well, no, we're not just saying because you went through the struggle, stand up. Now you have the opportunity to transition back into society. And if you're not doing what you was expected to do, then you're not stand up in that arena. Because I can only hold you accountable for your actions and your decisions. And I have to be unbiased when I say, if I'm out here, been through the same struggle as you, and I'm saving these babies, I'm saving these youths, I'm out here speaking, you know what I'm saying, to give y'all more conscious awareness, stop following man and follow a movement, a mind state of consciousness, and you went contrary, then it's only of obligatory honor to speak out against that, but to move forward and say, well, this is what you don't do. Because we haven't had no clarity all these years, 30 years. No one in this movement, in this New York culture, gang culture, have gave brothers clarity. Because nobody has reached the format that y'all did, I myself, you feel me? But this format that y'all created is unique. It's fun because y'all are still young, y'all, and y'all became leaders, y'all, and brothers need to see the transition consistently to give the information unbiased. Because can't nobody tell you wasn't there. Yeah. You was there. You lived it. You rose in rank. You feel what I'm saying? You know the individuals that these individuals today follow. And that's our responsibility. Get this new information, give them a new narrative. That's the protocol. Change the protocol from society, not from a prison perspective, but from a societal perspective. That's our duty. That's all we can do. And who for a victim? Who? But we have to change the narrative because nobody has came. Everybody is still, I got a letter from such and such. That's jail. We're in the street. Where's the protocol for the street? That's what we locked in is for. We don't have to have nobody coming together, counsel. No, we have to have the platform because all of us are authorities and all of us are authentic. So our word count. We don't have to go to no 9. Fuck, I gotta go to a 9 for? Get a fucking indictment? No, seriously. Fuck you dudes still trying to. No, we're gonna change the narrative and the protocol right here, and we locked up. We locked in. I mean, pardon me. Having these discussions, and if any,
man.
and if any big homie, listen, and if any big homie or the big homie or the big homie or the big homie wanna step up to the plate, nigga. Oh. Excuse the word. Step up to the plate, get on, we locked in. Let's dialogue. Let's build. Let's build like gods and kings.
Let's build.
Right.
Because if you push an agenda that's counterproductive to what we doing, then you the op, nigga. I don't give a fuck who you is.
Right. Right.
We got children, great grandchildren. We got grandchildren. Come on. And I would, to find out my son is being led by some idiotic fucking dummy, leading him into self-destruction that became a part of something I helped create. Real talk, brothers. So we doing what we supposed to do. We're all authentic in our own right. We all have the respect from the culture in our own right, and we have to continue to move. And like I said, there's the coalition, East Coast, West Coast, because we all need help, brother. Down south, we all, man, believe it or not, we all need help. So we need this platform. I love you guys. I'm here whenever you call me.
Appreciate you, big bro.
Yo, like man, I was here with y'all when we was in the struggle.
Appreciate you, big bro.
I'm here.
Definitely appreciate your lessons and all you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, tapped in. And I'm going to continue to lead by example, brother. That's all I can do.
Right.
You feel me? That's all I can do. And I'm not saying I'm the most perfect. No, I'm not. But so when it comes to these babies and this next generation, I'm 10 toes down to make that difference.
That's right.
Yeah, we here, man. You got tuned in, man. We locked in. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that super chat. I mean, let's go, because we're going to be turning this thing up another notch, man. Where those locks
That's
at?
Right.
More locks. Where those locks at, man? Who's locked in, man?
That's right. Who's locked in? That's right.
What we're doing. Now, what's another thing we're doing? Who's locked in, man? You locked in with building. You locked in with growing. You locked in with help building your community. You locked in with being responsible and being accountable. You locked in with helping your family out. You locked in with helping your family build. Let's go, man.
Bro. That's right. Let's go. Salute. Love you guys, man.
Love you, big bro.
All right. Now, all righty.
Love you too,
bro. See, one thing we know we're gonna get from Soul B. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we get you, bro.
Oh, pardon me. One thing we're gonna get from Soul B, we're gonna get that passion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, he has a relationship with a lot of us, and he definitely has a relationship with La. So he's passionate about that. In addition to that, he also had a relationship with Goo. He had a relationship with Rod Diggs. So all these individuals who he had relationships with, these individuals are in the federal system, right? And so that's telling right there. I mean, and we all have relationships with one of these three or even more of these individuals as well. So I think this is just a really troubling situation when you look at it all the way around the board. I mean, we could speak about this to the sunburn out, because I think I do agree that this is going to keep happening. I'm disappointed because, you would think that somebody who's been through so much like we've been through would at least learn an invaluable lesson that you have all of this influence. You dig what I'm saying? You should be in a better space to utilize that influence for the betterment of yourself and others as well. I think that's where I'm most disappointed at. You dig what I'm saying? Because now what happens now if they do convict him and he does get sent to ADX? What was it all worth? What did you gain from this? That you what? Pistol Pete is your neighbor? That you up there with Rod Diggs? That what? You dig what I'm saying? You up there with King Blood? Is that where you want to be? You want to be in that space around them to what? Have your name in the chapter of that book of those who made it to ADX? And you want to, is that the story? Is that what we want to do? I'm not saying that that's what he wants to do, but I'm saying that for you to be in that predicament where the government is at least blaming you for this, it's not a good place to be in right now. Not at all. So he's failed himself as others. He failed all of us, I think, and we do have to hold him to account. We have to hold ourselves to account. He was given the opportunity to come out here. You were given an opportunity, KK, and you did something with that opportunity. Mikey B did something with that opportunity. Soul B did something with that opportunity. I agree with Soul B. I do think that, now is the time to change the narrative about how we live our lives and at least holding ourselves accountable. And look, Bank Link just said that, what, La knew better. This is unacceptable. And I would have to agree to that. Like you do know better. And we do have, I know some youth in my community right now, or at least where I work at, these individuals, they throwing these names around like these names ought to be glorified. And I think it's really, really troubling that these individuals don't even know who some of these people are, but yet they glorify and they worship these names. And these individuals is all right with just throwing their lives away just because these individuals, just because of who these individuals are. And we know these people a totally different way than how they're being worshipped.
It's crazy.
This is definitely unacceptable. No question.
It definitely is. It was two things. One, D-Time, I wanted to respond to D-Time, but then say something else after that, though. In D-Time, like in street culture, condemnation is wrong. Of wrong is considered disrespect, right? Or even dry snitching, right? In street culture, right? And here, my street culture, gang culture, everything. Somebody who's in it, who's all in it. You know what I'm saying? All the way in it, right? There was always some type of form of disciplining, right? Or being held accountable, right? We wouldn't use the word condemning, because if you was part of what we was doing and you did something wrong, you got checked, right? If you was a part of this organization and you went according to the guidelines of the organization, you got checked. And now in this day and time, so much stuff is being put out there, like for the world to see, with Instagram, social media, boom, and everybody's seeing what's going on. And sometimes these dudes is putting out these fake images, or I ain't even gonna say fake images, but images that are dissuading, images that are misleading, right? And they gotta get in, and a lot of time that has to get checked, especially when it comes from things that we're a part of, or we were a part of, or we were deep in, right? And we know the fallacy in it, and we know the wrong in it, and sometimes other people are not in a position to actually check it, because they either don't have the credibility, they don't really know what's going on, they're not directly influenced by it, right? And wasn't in it. So when you're in it and you know what's wrong, it got to get checked. It got to get checked on all levels, not quietly like I'm with that, boom, boom, but openly. And you know what we standing on. I mean, like I know what we standing on, and that's what it is. The other part, what Moshe has said, like I'm saying right now, young brothers is saying. Down here, I'm in Atlanta. Down here in Atlanta, you got bros talking about, yo, on Pete, on, like using his name and it's crazy because you don't even know the brother. You don't even know the fact that he's actually working to change his life and doing certain things with his family and trying to get home. And young brothers is coming up, and they're in their thing of trying to build a reputation for themselves. You actually hurting others. You have actually hurting others and aligning yourself to form down this path of destruction. You're actually putting yourself on the same thing. Screaming out a name you don't know nothing about.
That.
You don't know.
Forget that, Kevin Ford. Forget that, Kevin Ford. Going to jail and being a loser ain't cool. That's it. That's the message. Being a stand-up dude, meaning you a father, you're a responsible leader in your family. You out here, you're able to contribute to your family, your community, the society. We can build, we can network, we can empower ourselves, we can uplift.
Time to pray.
Not going to no white man's prison. We did that already. The reason we went because we were young and irresponsible, and
uneducated.
We were uneducated because we made poor choices.
We were uneducated.
But when you know better, you do better. And individuals are in leadership positions, and it's their responsibility to teach these individuals the right way. If they're not doing that, if you know better but you're not doing better, that's the problem right there.
Right.
That's what I have a problem with. That's what I was telling So B. Yeah, I do understand that you give our brothers an opportunity to basically redeem themselves. But you also got to say, yo, hold on, this individual know better too.
Right.
Yeah.
This individual know better. If he was up on this platform, he would be sitting here shaking his head in agreement, like, yeah, boy, know better. So I don't think that applies to everybody in that sense. We all can redeem ourselves, no matter how late in the game it can be. But you should also still say, yo, bro, you out of line. So going to jail ain't cool, man. Being a loser ain't cool. Getting indicted by the feds for being stupid, being accused of killing innocent women in your community that are sitting in parked cars with their kids and women. Because the only people in that case that I understand were just women that got shot. That's innocent women. Herself got shot.
Somebody else got shot. Out of line. Totally out of line.
So let's just keep it 100. We talking about women getting shot.
Amongst yourself.
Come on, dog. That's not gangster. That's not ain't nothing cool about that.
That's out of line, bro.
That's all the way out of line.
That's out of line, bro.
Listen, ain't nobody that you going to war with dying. Now I get it. Y'all want to be on gangster time. Y'all want to be on go time. Y'all want to shoot them up, bang, bang, cool. If that's the thing, if that's the time you take, then do that stuff over there. Go bang, shoot them up, bang, bang, do your thing. That's what you doing, cool. You ain't doing that. You doing that in the hood where dudes' moms is going to work at. Ain't none of y'all dying, but our moms and our aunts is getting killed. That's not, no. We need to be the ones that's saying, y'all niggas is bugging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, y'all bugging out.
Yeah, you're right. That's
if y'all want to kill each other on wherever y'all want to do that, then that's on y'all time.
So the whole case,
crazy,
the only murder in that whole case is an innocent school teacher.
Is an innocent school teacher.
Out of line.
So you doing all this fed time, we doing all this beefing, we getting all this money, but teachers is getting killed. Like, come on, this is crazy, man. Nah.
Yeah, they wild.
Nah, that's somebody got to say, nah, this is ridiculous. That's how we stand up and hold ourselves to account and say, yo, you know what? Enough is enough. Because if that's the case, then what is our place in all this for? We got this platform where we can't speak truth to power.
Somebody can and somebody will. I say that, Slim Slammer. Somebody can and somebody will. Whoa.
Yeah, bro. But I'm glad, Soul B, Bimmy, the elders came through and blessed the platform on that big 5K. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all of y'all that stopped through Borrow Dollars Network. D-Time, we see y'all to build the bank live.
So you, man, 10 toes down. So you.
B, 10 toes down. We see Ming. We had everybody up here. Miss Sunshine. We had up in the building.
Black World Order.
Just tapping in from Milwaukee. Wish the dawn. You know what I'm saying? Cosmology Bay.
Miss Sunshine.
G5
Real Hefe Logo 360.
Sally B.
Yo, we had mad people pop in, but yo, this is what Sergeant Shamar Thomas. We got the sergeant in the building. The sergeant. Salute to the sergeant in the building. Yo, listen, man. We love y'all. We let y'all know a little bit of our process of bringing these videos to y'all. Some of the stuff we gave y'all a look behind that curtain, that we locked in curtain, you heard? So we do this for y'all. We want to give y'all good content. We want to make sure we giving y'all good information. And we trying to make sure with all that we still are entertaining and give y'all, entertainment as well. It's hard to entertain and put all that stuff together all the time, but we work hard to get that to y'all. That's what we doing at We Lock.
Yeah, he was here.
And shout out to 10 Toes. I see 10 Toes is in the building.
He popped in. Yeah, he popped in, gave his little comment there. Yeah.
Smitty, I see Smitty Brim. I see Smitty Brim. Y'all better believe 10 Toes alone. 10 Toes.
Yes.
Listen, they don't call him 10 toes for nothing. He 10 toes down. He got 10 toes. He ain't got 9. He ain't got 8. He got 10. I better leave him alone.
He don't got 11. He don't got the little one on the side. None of that. You heard? It's only 10.
Oh man, that's the whole thing. We go through this thing with each other, but we all here. We all building, and that's the most important part. We all living, enjoying our family, and enjoying life, man.
That's all we gonna do, man. Yo, real Hefe Loco, yo, you right. That's the part that I'm talking about. See, being a part of the vanguard, being a part of Your community means that there has to be people who are sacrificing their time, their lives, their energy to ensure that our lives are protected. So that right there is who we are. That's the essence of our community. That's been going back to who we were thousands of years ago. There's always been people on the outskirts of the community keeping an eye out on outside invaders. It's always been like that. So the notion somehow that individuals can terrorize us and kill our mothers and our aunts, nah, it's not supposed to be like that. But what has happened is that we're so divided and we all over the places. We don't even know when we should be defending ourselves or who we should be defending ourselves against. We got so many different enemies. We don't know where it's coming from next. We got white militia groups in the Appalachian Mountains. We got the homies up the block. We got the folks up the block. We got police coming down the block. We got enemies everywhere. So the issue is we don't know who to watch and keep an eye out for. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, we being terrorized, but the truth is that we terrorizing ourselves more than any white supremacist group, anybody else. That's what's really happening in our communities, and that's what we need to check. We need a whole new situation. Let me not say that, but we need to be a little bit more, shall I say, more protective of especially our elderly and our women in our community. We should never compromise that. There's no question about that. But love y'all. Thank y'all for the
love y'all, man.
Jerry, salute. What up? Stop. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, man. We love y'all, man.
Yo, Dion, shout out, man. Send the brothers out in Watts. I love, man. Our brothers and sisters out there in Cali, I love, man.
We need them shares, man. Get us to 10. Let's get to 10 in a month, like Soul B said. Let's run it up. We gotta run it up. You gotta run it up. You gotta share.
Share this with your loved ones, man. Please.
We gotta share, man. You already know, man. This is a great one, man. 5K. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate every one of them 5K subs. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry, we gotta get the merch, the official subscription locked in, man.
Sadie Beat, call your cousin. Don't holler at me on YouTube. Call your cousin. I'm your real cousin. I love y'all.
Yo, you already know it's B910, man. We love y'all, man. Salute to y'all, man. 5K subs, man. 5K. 5K. You gotta share it with the 10K.
5K.
I gotta teach you the new dance move. All I know is old school.
Right.
Oh, you can do it like this.
Appreciate you, Fahrenheit.
To the big man there.
Yo, love y'all, man.
You 100 you.
Y'all gotta teach me the new dance. I don't know old school dances.
That's right, D-Time.
Yeah, you gotta start pulling up, D-Time. You gotta pull it up. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all. I know it's B910, man. Word up.